Hey guys, welcome back. So I cleared everything out, it's reset, and luckily the subfolder website has been untouched, so it's okay. It's okay, I think. I've cleared out some plugins that were related to the older ones. There's no other user except for me, which is good. And as you can see, everything has been cleared out. The only plugins that don't need that. The only plugins that I've left are ACF because it's gonna come in anyways, and all-in-one migration just to make backups later. Breeze is the caching plugin that Cloudways uses, so that's there, and LearnDash because we need that, and image optimizer, SVG, WooCommerce, Stripe Gateway, and email SMTP, and that reset plugin that I just had. I don't need that anymore, so I'll delete that. And of course, zero spam. All right, so before we install Breakdance, one thing that you need to do is you need to clear out the themes. Now, normally you start with 2023. That's how everything starts. But if you do that, you don't get your customizer. All right, and that means you don't get to upload a new favicon. It's harder to do it that way. And we're not going to be using Bloxy or anything like that anymore, so I don't need that. But we are going to be using, I think 2022 is when the full site editing kicked in, and there's no other, there's no other way around it, I guess. So yeah, if you use 2022 or 2023, you can't set the favicon easily in the customizer, so it's best that you work in anything that's older than 2022, which would be 2019, 2020. There are years, those are numbers. I don't think we need this, so we'll get rid of them. 2020 is a pretty beautiful website, but gone. We don't need that either. 2022, we don't need that either. And we'll leave it as 2021. As you can see, now we have the customize. Yeah, we don't need that either. So, because that's a child theme. Anyways, all gone, all clear. Pretty good. So now we can use the customize and we can set the favicon easily. And you can see the theme file editor and everything is now open, as opposed to, if you just want to see this, it's all gone. You can't do that, which is very frustrating. So 2021. Okay, cool. So now let's install Breakdance. Okay, there we go. All right, so here is my Breakdance folder. All right, and we're at the time of recording, we're at 1.2.1 beta. We're not going to do that. I'm going to use 1.2. Okay, so that should be it. And almost. Nope. How big is the file? 8.6 megabytes. All right, come on. Taking a lot longer than I thought it would. All right, activate plugin, and we are ready. All right, disable the theme, license key. I'll put in later because I have my license key. I just don't want to have it shown plainly here. So that's it. There we go. All good, and we are ready to go. Cool. Now, I think there's almost no way around not showing that license key, because if I click on settings, I'm going to end up here. So anyways, we need to start with setting up bare bones basics, because we need to get that landing page up as soon as possible. Okay, so how do we do that? Well, we need to get our fonts, which is prompt, extra bold, prompt extra bold, and we also have IBM Plex Sans medium and IBM Plex Mono, which in this case is bold. All right, so that would be, it would be great if I had somewhere to write. All right, there we go. All right, so we need prompt. Can you see that? Can you even read that? Yeah, prompt extra bold. I think that was it. Extra bold. Yep. I swapped keyboards because this one I think is a little softer when I type. So, I mean softer. So there's less banging being picked up on the microphone. And this is actually softer. They're brown switches. All right. Prompt and IBM Plex Sans and Mono. All right, Sans is medium and Mono is bold. Right, I think that was it. Not much else going on. Extra bold. That's it. Good. And I'm sure, definitely sure that we will need sans bold as well, because when we're typing things we'll need bold. I think I used it once somewhere as well. Yeah, I think I used it here, right? Yeah, see, that's bold, right? That's not. Okay, cool, that's good. All right, so 4 fonts, not too bad. And yeah, all right, so one thing that we need to consider is, because this is for an international market. Now, while I'm recording this course, there's going to be a lot of little things here and there that I pick up that I've seen that I think are a better practice, etc., and this is one of them. GDPR, which is Europe's law that came in to effect a couple years ago, a few years ago, 3, 4 maybe, something like that. And the thing is, if your website is pretty much accessible to anybody from Europe, then you will have to have that GDPR agreement. And loading Google fonts directly from Google is technically not with their consent, okay? Because Google will get the data of where that font is loaded and stuff like that. All right, now, and there's been a big court case that in Germany that people freaked out about. Now, there are 2 things about that. One, you could technically add that in there and make it all essential, so there's no way around it for users. And that's fine, I think, because almost nobody cares. They're all annoyed by that pop-up. So that's one way. Another way is to serve Google Fonts directly on the site. And that's what we're going to do, okay? The reason why I brought this up is because, and this is another thing that I've noticed, because in Breakdance, I'm sure they'll fix it, but in Breakdance, if you upload font files to use like custom fonts, right? And you migrate that site somewhere else, you lose your custom font connections. Because what's happening is, what happens is it's trying to load the fonts, and it gets it from somewhere else, and then you get this source mismatch thing or whatever, and it causes a lot of problems. So you actually have to upload them again and resave it for it to be saved on that new destination site. I've had that problem and I've freaked out so much, and I've seen people mention this on the Facebook Breakdance group. So if it works for some people, that's great, but it might not work, which is sad. Luckily, I am working directly on the domain, which is good. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to go get the fonts and let's download them, and let's sort this out. Okay, so fonts.google. All right, we need prompt. Yep. All right, we need extra bold, which is 800. I like black normally, but 800 is also very nice. Okay, and IBM, Plex Sans was medium, because medium is a little thicker than regular. It's a little easier to read, so I just use that. Medium and bold. All right, there we go, medium and bold. All right, back to IBM Mono, and we have, you know what, I think medium would have been fine. Oh no, I guess we'll just use bold. Wait, is that really bold? Is this really bold? Oh. Yeah, that is bold. All right, let's see if I change it. Okay, yeah. All right, I think I've made it bold just so it will match that underline. So yeah, that's bold, because it looks really bold here, but they're small. All right, so I think that's it. Now we're not gonna use this. Normally we would have, because it's easier, but we're not. Okay, we're gonna download all. Oh wait, you can't see it. All right, there you go. That now you can see it, right? So normally we would copy paste this and put that in the header, the head tag, and that will be it. But we're not going to do that. We're going to download all the files and then upload them into Breakdance. Okay? All right, so let's download them to my downloads. I'll leave it there. Let's see, where's my project folder? 2023 new designs, and for my downloads, there we go. All right, so that's the file that we just downloaded. Unzip all that, and there we go. What? They just gave us everything? Not just the weights that I wanted? Oh well, all right. Let's install them. All right. Fonts are the first and most important thing, so we'll start with that. Okay. All right. Launch Breakdance. All right. This is gonna be a little hard to see like that. All right. So here we can have, no wait, it's not here. No, I have to actually open that thing. What is it? A page to add the fonts. Yeah, I do everything when I'm on the sample page because this is gonna go away anyways, so I just edit things here. All right. So the global settings page that we get from the global settings page that we get, global styles page that we get from the settings options is different from here. All right. Now it's because, see, now you have more. You see that? Right. So now we can add fonts. All right. So how do I get here? Got here from preferences, and we're going to add some fonts. Okay. Need to add my thing. All right, give me a second. All right, save the license, and now we're back. And you can see in preferences that custom fonts, yeah, works. Okay, so let's add some fonts. All right, first one, we're gonna use prompt and drag some files there. Now that would be, oops, that would be prompt extra bold. All right, there we go. Right, only WAF files. Okay. All right. Well, TTF to WAF. So many things I gotta do. I'll save this. This is the guy that I always use. I'll save this for you, and you can click on it later. I'll save this in the lecture notes. Where are the notes that I have for this? So many categories. All right. So yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna have to pick them out for now. So select file, and how would I pull this? Oh well. All right. Let's find which ones we need. So that would be bold, medium, bold, and extra bold. All right, select files. And why are you here? Oh, there we go. Okay. Drag all of these over here. Does that? No, that didn't open all of them. All right. They all have to be in the same spot, same folder, right? All right, where are the TTF files? Here it is. There we go. Convert. Alrighty. Cool. Let's download all. Can we download them all in one? There we go. And they go into here. Okay. So I don't need this anymore. And let's see if this has everything we need. Yep, there we go. Good job. All right. So prompt extra bold. There you go. Now, do we need WAF2s? Not necessarily. I don't care enough about that to care about it. Because WAF and WAF2s are slightly different in sizes in terms of how they are compressed, I guess. But it's the size difference is negligible, especially if you consider how much other crap people put in all their stuff on the websites and stuff. So it's negligible. And also WAF 1 works in Internet Explorer 11. WAF 2 does not. So yeah, I use WAF, just the WAF. All right. And we can also add fallback strings like Helvetica, Verdana, Serif, that kind of stuff. I'm not doing that. I don't care. Enough about it to do that. And let's add another font. And this one is IBM Plex Sans. IBM Plex Sans. Alrighty. Cool. Let's add some WAFs here. Cool. Bold is 700. Medium is 500. And there we go. Good. Let's add another one. This one is IBM. Where's the B? IBM. Where's? Okay. IBM Plex Mono. And we upload Plex Mono Bold. There we go. All good. Let's save those fonts. And we are ready to rock and roll. All right. Let's see. UI settings. I use dark mode. because my computer is always on dark mode. Panel positions, add left, element properties. Yeah, well, I used to change that or care about this, but I don't much anymore. Let's see what we got. Zoom, auto scroll to active element. Yep, that's all good. Breakpoints. Now, they already have enough breakpoints, and the breakpoints are very interesting in the way that they're set up. So we're not going to do that. All right, we're going to save that for now. All right, so if you see here, that's interesting. Now, what I mean by this is tablet landscape. Now, if you look at tablet landscape, it's at 1120. Why does it say 1119? Is because from 1119 downwards is a breakpoint. It makes more sense if you think about portrait, tablet portrait. All right, so this is iPad Pro 12, so that's larger, but let's just assume this is a regular iPad size. Okay, so that is 12. Okay, so that is 1024 across. And yes, I use XP Windows background for my iPad. I've used that for years, ever since the iPad was out. So that is 1024. Okay, assuming this is a regular size. This is, like I said, 12.9 or whatever. So it's not, but assuming. Okay, 1024, 768. So when normal breakpoints say this is for tablet landscape, usually what they do is their breakpoints are 1024. So it's desktop, 1024, and then landscape, and then 768. So it actually hits at that point. Okay, breakdance is different. What breakdance does is it starts at 1119, and that is tablet landscape. So it's larger. It goes a little larger. So I think it's an interesting approach, and there is a lot of merit to it. It's actually a little safer. So look at 1023. So because these devices, you can't change the width like you do on a desktop. So it's 1024 is stuck at 1024. So even 1 pixel smaller will actually be exactly the same in all intents and purposes as the tablet when it's in portrait. So 768 essentially doesn't mean as much, and what you're actually doing is you're actually casting a wider net. So 768 gets caught in under 1023. So that's how they're doing it here. And here for phones, 479 is another one. 480 is another one that people use. I tend to use 550 for just mobile because there's a lot of phones that have 1080 pixels across, and then they use Retina style displays. So you end up with 540 pixels, essential pixels. So considering that, I use 550, but it would fall in under 768. Now, the only other thing that I do is, because I listen to so much heavy metal, I put in numbers like 999 and 666. Some people, whether they're Christian or not, have a problem with that. I'm saying this because I think there's nothing to do with any of this, because it's just metal, it's just fun. But I've had one person who I know is not Christian get very upset about that, and I was very weirded out by how upset he was. So I changed it to 665. Okay. Anyways, that's just an anecdote, but I do that for a lot of my builds because 660-ish, 650, it's a nice size, but might as well make it funny. 420 is another funny one that people do, which falls under like regular phone size, smaller phone sizes. This is like 420 will fall into this size, so that's all good. So come up with your own funny numbers, because most of the times those widths are, those in between widths are a lot of times can be arbitrary. So anyways, there we go. All right, so we got the fonts set up, and I think we can go now to this and we can set up these things. All right, regular typography settings and stuff. All right, so I'm gonna stop the video here. We've talked a lot about breakpoints, fonts, and all that kind of stuff, but we're gonna set up some fonts, and we do have to talk about font sizes and everything in the next one. So I will see you in that lesson. Okay, bye.